Hello everyone and welcome back to my Gentry build. As you can see, I've got the body on, not totally fixed of course, but it's on, and I'm now going round adjusting wing positions, doors and so forth. You know, things like the running boards in comparison to the wings are not done yet, but it's going to be a long job. But at least all the panels, or most of the panels, 90% of the panels are now on. So I can go around adjusting from back to front. It's been about 2 weeks, 3 weeks I think, since I last put my last video up, and since then, well, since June actually, the beginning of June to end of June, I've got another 94 subscribers, which is an amazing number for a little channel like this. So things must be going right as regards the channel, which is absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much, people, and thank you to all my new subscribers too. It's really appreciated. I don't monetize the channel, even though I could, but I don't, because I don't particularly like seeing adverts on channels. They're a bit annoying, but I've noticed that even if I don't put a monetary thing on, I still get blimmin' ads appearing for some reason, which is annoying. So I'm sorry about that, but that's nothing to do with me, that's YouTube. However, let's crack on. What I will do, I will just show you one thing first, but then what I will do, I will roll it out of the garage and you can see it in the sunshine, which I think shows it off a little better. So the first thing, or the thing I want to show you, is the trafficators just here. Now, MGTFs did not have trafficators. Trafficators are the arms which come out, not to be confused with indicators, which are the flashy type. This will have flashing indicators as per normal, and there will be the standard little bullet light which you get on top of the wing. That will be the indicator. Side lamps will be incorporated within the headlamp. So we'll still have the traditional flashing type indicators, but I wanted these virtually from day one. When I decided on the Gentry, I wanted to fit trafficators, and I've been hunting around trying to find the correct one for the, well, not the correct one, but the one which would fit best, put it that way, for the Gentry. And I spoke to a chap who, he restores Morris miners for a living. He's got a company, and he's got a load of these which he sells, which he gets off cars which come in, which either are scrap or he takes them off and reconditions them. And but some of the ones on eBay are just horrendous prices. They're like £285 for a pair, and that is just the trafficator. That doesn't include the mounting boxes or anything. So I was very lucky to find this, and the chap was so helpful. He was beyond being helpful. He was absolutely fantastic to deal with, and he sent them off on Friday and I received them on Saturday, and I fitted them Saturday. Today's Sunday, and they work a treat. I've only fitted one on this side. I haven't done the other side yet. But I wanted to fit one on just to see any issues involved, which there were, and to overcome those on this one so that I knew how to do it on the other side. So to show you, I've just wired it up roughly to the battery. Voila! Now this, it lights up with a festoon type bulb inside, which is standard. That's how they normally are. But what you can do, you can purchase LED replacement bulbs in here, a direct replacement. There's no messing about. You just unscrew this arm here, that lifts up, you take the old bulb out, you put the new bulb in, and it flashes. So it doesn't need to be connected to a flasher unit. All I will need to do is to wire this in to the turn function on the indicators, so that when I operate, say, this side, the right hand side, my ordinary flasher indicators will go and this will come out as well at the same time, but won't be connected up to the flasher itself because it'll have its own flasher unit installed within the bulb. Isn't that cool? I love it. I just love it. It's so typical of 1950s UK cars. I've had several Volkswagen Beetle, Morris Minor, a Riley RME. I've had several cars which had trafficators on, and they're just great. They're just so period for that particular time of the 50s and before. So I will be making, and I'm going to say a word which I can never pronounce properly. I'm going to be making a plate which is called an escutcheon. I think it's escutcheon plate, which is it'll be a stainless steel plate which goes over the top, and it'll just neaten this slit which I've cut. And it's not just a straightforward slit, it's almost like a pear drop shape, because it bulges out at the side just here. So it's narrow at the top, widens down, and then narrows again at the bottom. So it's like a teardrop shape. I'll show you it closer. So there'll be this plate which will cover up that area. Hopefully I can make that out of stainless steel, or if not, then it will be steel which I will have chromed. One of the two. Depends what I can do, really. So, what have I been doing? Well, apart from fitting the body, I've now got the engine installed properly within the engine bay. It's all built up, ready to go, as you saw in my previous video. I have fitted the exhaust on right the way through. I haven't adjusted the length yet, but that's still to do. So it's getting there. And the other thing I have done is that, if you notice, I've got a windscreen fitted. Now this windscreen is from a MGTD, and they were made up until, I think it was like 1947, 48, something like that, to 1953, when the 54, when the TFs came out. But the nice thing about this is that if you undo this wing nut, then the whole windscreen then folds down, which is just a nice little feature which I wanted to have on this as well. And I bought this way back last year, before I got the kit. Well, not the kit, I had the chassis and everything, but I didn't have the body. But I bought this last year because I knew that, again, I wanted this fitted. It's going to be a bugger's nightmare to try and fit, but I will do it. But it's just roughly on there at the moment to give me some measurements, so I know what to take off, what I need to build up, as regards this mounting round here and up here. So I've got to modify this section here and modify very slightly the shape of the body. So that's a job to do. But it's just great fun, you know. It's building a kit car. You can get kit cars where they are just literally a bolt together job, and then they're on the road. This is not one of those kit cars. There's a lot of work involved in getting the panel fit correct. Well, there is a lot of work on my one. What they were like 40 years or so ago when they first came out, I don't know. But on this one, there is a huge amount of work to do to get the body fit right, for how I want it anyway. So that's about it for now. So what I would do, I will stop rambling, and I will wheel the car out of the garage, and we'll see what it's like, and I'll walk you around the car when we're out there. Okay, so I'll see you in a minute. Bye for now. Bye. Hello again. Right, it's now out in the sunshine, as I said, and we'll start off at the front here. So you can see that the panels, side panels here, are way too long at the moment, so they are going to have to be cut down, but I won't do that until I'm really sure that everything fits as regards the bonnet line, front wings, etc., and then I can trim those off, knowing that they're going to be accurate, and then the front grille can then be bolted into place. So if we take a walk around my wife's car here, so I've got only a little bit of room to squeeze by. You can see the trafficators. I can't see a thing in this viewfinder with the sun. About there, I think. You can see the trafficators there, and you can see that they are an elliptical shape just down here, so they're not a straightforward slit. The doors are just mounted temporarily into position. Hinges have got to be adjusted and trimmed. I've fitted the floorboards in temporarily, along with the middle scuttle, gearbox cover, prop shaft cover, and the back end here. Dashboard obviously needs to go in, steering column needs to go in. That might be one of the next jobs coming up soon, is to get the hole position correct in the bulkhead, so that I can then feed the steering column through and connect that up, because that's obviously quite an important thing to have, is the position. So I want the wheel central. If the wheel is here, I want the wheel central within the centre line of the arc of the dashboard. You can see the windscreen there. There's lots of work to do to get that to fit, but I will do it. If we come round to the back, so I've now got all the back body now in place, which includes the fake petrol tank, which is here. I have a Triumph Spitfire Mark IV petrol tank which sits behind that cover, but on the original TFs that was the petrol tank, and then the filler cap will come out the top just about here, and there will be a luggage rack fitted, a genuine MGTF luggage rack, which bolts to here and comes out and then down to mount on this. Well, it mounts on the, I think it mounts on the bumper irons. So that's the rear shot of it. And if you look, you can see the exhaust just there. So that needs to be extended out. I've got a hell of a lot of tube left tucked up inside to bring that further out. It's just another job I haven't done yet, and I can probably do that now because I know the extent of the length of the car, so I can adjust that and bring it out and mount it up there. These are the mouldings for the rear lights. So it would be indicators and stop lamps, reflector, reversing lamp, rear fog lamp. They will all be incorporated in this area here. and I've seen some nice examples of that where they incorporate them either just about here, just before the chrome bumper, which will fit along here, but they are the mouldings anyway for the rear lights, stop lamps and indicators. Haven't fitted the running board on this side yet, that's to be done, but I wanted to get the rear wing and front wing on, so I've got an idea for positioning. As we go around to the front, I've now fitted, if you can see them, yeah, I've now fitted Spax coilovers, which are fully adjustable for height and ride comfort, so you can make the spring either hard or soft, and also adjust adjust the height of the whole suspension by screwing a collar, which is at the bottom here, that's on a thread, so that when you screw it upwards it raises the suspension a little, and it also tightens the spring as well. Plus you have an adjuster at the bottom which you turn to give you ride comfort, whether you want it hard for track day use, which I won't, or a soft, more soft comfortable ride. So they're fully adjustable. Front of the engine, I have got an aluminium radiator now, so I can fit that at some stage, and the next stage is that I need to start this engine, and I intend to do that within a couple of weeks now. Now that I've got the body on, I can now just place on the bulkhead a coil, a battery, all the gubbins you need for starting. So really now it's just up to me to get my finger out to get some bits and pieces so that I can start it, and I've got some help coming to wire it so that I can just give it an initial start. I say hopefully I can do that within next couple of weeks, hopefully 2 to 3 weeks. I've got to fill it with oil and gearbox oil. I've got to fill the cooling, so that I do need the radiator on, even if it's a temporary issue, a lash up, but I do need cooling, so there's quite a lot of liquid to go in this yet before I start it. That's why I need a couple of weeks really. So there we go. So it's all coming on nicely, slowly but surely. It's getting there. I've been concentrating a lot on the stance of the body as regards being the right kind of, for me, the right kind of gap between the wheels and the arches. And it's hanging low at the moment because they're not fully supported, so they're a bit wobbly at the moment, but as soon as I get them in the right position then I'll be okay. But they will go up slightly higher than what they're showing at the moment, probably to about there. Lots of flying ants at the moment, just coming out, probably the heat doing that. So there we go. Oh, blimey, it is baking out here. I'll go in the shade. So unfortunately we've got a whole load of cars sitting on the drive at the moment because I'm taking up the garage with this effort. So there's 3 cars on the drive at the moment, plus this one of course. Okay people, I think that's it. I think the video shows pretty much what has been accomplished rather than me rattling on. So we are getting there, and I'm so pleased with the way this is coming out. I can see it in my mind's eye how this will finish, but there is a huge amount of work left to do, obviously, and it's probably going to take me a good year to finish this off to how I want it. Have it sprayed. I'm not going to spray it. I shall get somebody to spray it for me. I'm not going to spray it in my garage. It's just not suitable. I know some folk do it, but I want a decent job done this, and I'm no sprayer. So about a year, I would think, at least. But I'm off to a good start. See, that back wheel is just about right for the height, but they're quite firmly fixed. There's no wobble on those, whereas the fronts, I've literally just bolted them on with a couple of bolts just to give me an idea, but now I know the position, I can bolt them up. Right, I think that's about it for now, and hopefully it's given you some insight to what I've been doing over the last 2 to 3 weeks. So I shall love you and leave you, and thank you very much for all your comments from the previous videos. Once again, thank you to all my new subscribers, 94 of them, which is just unbelievable. But thank you, that's really appreciated. Okay folks, I'll speak to you again hopefully in another couple of weeks. Bye for now. Bye.